Kingdom come, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, July 1st, and this is Alessandra, and it is another edition of 2 O'Clock Break with Allie, and I hope that you are happy and healthy. I do apologize that I was not with you on a Friday. I was at a doctor's appointment, but in any case, here I am, and we're back. And before I asked my question for today, I wanted to share a little personal story. I have two boys, ages 29 and 24. And long ago, they told me that they did not believe in God anymore. And I was shocked, I was saddened to the point of tears. And after all, I thought that I had done things right. They were baptized in the Catholic Church. One of them had confirmation, the other one didn't, because probably by the time that it was time for his confirmation, he already didn't believe. They were in the pews with me every Sunday. I sent them to vacation Bible studies during the summer. Even a friend of mine asked us to witness and enjoy her church, which was the Assemblies of God Church. So we started attending there. It is quite a different experience from the Catholic Church. The band is amazing. The worship is amazing. And so I really enjoyed it, and I thought that the kids did too. But maybe they didn't. At this point, I'm not quite so sure. But in any case, I started to question if what I had done wrong. Um, and what is it? How is it possible that after I tried to keep these children in front of God, that they ended up not believing? So my question for you today is: do you have anybody close to you? Maybe somebody that's close to your heart, but is not a family member, but maybe a niece, a nephew, somebody, a close friend that has chosen the path of non believing. Um, and like the kids say today, the struggle is quite real in the sense that our kids today are very smart. They are bombarded with all sorts of images. They have so many other things in their minds that faith has taken a back seat to the point where it's no longer part of their being. And so God, I always thought that if God did not get a hold of these children, that society would. And in my case, and maybe in a lot of other cases that you might know of in your family, this might have happened, and the devil might have won, but the devil might have won the battle, but he doesn't get to win the war. The war. After all, who do we have on our side? God. And what we need to do is God, with the help of the Holy Spirit, is the only one that can turn unbelievers' hearts back to Jesus. So what we need to do is to flood the gates of heaven with our prayers. And while God is working on moving the needle, even so slowly, sometimes it seems to us too slowly. But in any case, as He is working on them, we need to kind of take a back seat, realize that we are not in control, that this is a burden that we should not take on, that even though our hearts are sad, we need to leave it up to God. And so we don't need to be needling them about, you need to believe in God, you need to believe in Jesus, because that's just going to push them away. So we need to, it has to be on their, if it is going to happen, it has to be on their own timetable. And we need to be empathetic, and we need to just stay strong in our own faith and show them that a Jesus-centered life is a valuable life. It is worthwhile. Um, there are so many stories in the Bible of the sorrow being a prelude to joy. Prime example is for Jesus, Good Friday probably seemed like a lost cause. But just 3 days later, he finds himself back home at the right hand of the Father in heaven. That is a triumph. And we can also be triumphant. In Psalms 56:8, it says that our tears are stored in a jar or in a bottle, and that God pours out His grace on us through that bottle, through our tears. So we just need to ask God to pour out as much faith as He can, pour it into our young people, pour it into my kids, pour it into maybe your kids or your loved one. After all, what else can we do? It is up to God and our prayers. Do you know a better way? I don't. So as my father used to say, I will see you next time, God willing, and you have a good evening. Bye, everyone.